let's talk about the one thing you can never, ever get back: your time. We're going to dive into some ancient Stoic wisdom to help us reclaim it. And listen, this isn't about little life hacks. This is about a complete overhaul of how you build your life, starting right now. We're kicking things off with this absolute gut punch from the philosopher Seneca. It just perfectly nails our modern problem, doesn't it? We're terrified of the small, everyday risks, but when it comes to our biggest dreams, our deepest desires, we act like we have all the time in the world, as if we're going to live forever. It's the question that haunts all of us, right? You blink, and a month is gone. You turn around, and a year has just vanished into thin air. But here's the Stoic truth. Time isn't lost. It's surrendered. It's given away. And that brings us to the first huge, brutal truth. We all live under this crazy illusion that we've got an infinite supply of tomorrows. The Stoics knew better. They knew time isn't stolen from us, no. We're the ones letting it pour right through our fingers, one little choice at a time. Seneca said this 2,000 years ago, and somehow it's even more true today. So many of us are just waiting, always getting ready to live, planning to start, researching the first step. It's not just being lazy, it's that little seductive voice in your head whispering, "Oh, you can do it tomorrow." I mean, think about how backwards we are with this. When it comes to our money or our possessions, we are so careful. We guard them, we protect them. But with our time, which is literally the most precious and finite thing we have, we throw it away like it's nothing.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this? Well, according to the Stoics, it doesn't start with a new calendar or productivity app. It starts with a radical mental shift in how you view time itself.
Seneca broke time down into these 3 domains. The past, it's gone, set in stone, you can't change it. The future, it's a complete mystery. It's not guaranteed. So that leaves only one place where you have any real power: the present. This very moment is the only thing you truly own. It's the only field where you can actually act. And this idea is a total game changer. You see, if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter how hard you work. You're just drifting. All that effort, all that energy, it's just motion, not progress. As Seneca says, if you don't have a destination, no wind is ever going to be the right wind. Clarity is everything. So here's a really practical tool to get that clarity. It's called a personal manifesto. Now, this isn't some fluffy corporate mission statement. This is you sitting down and writing out your core values, your vision for your life, and the things you will absolutely not compromise on. It's the blueprint. It's the map to the port you're sailing to. All right, we've got the mindset on lock. Now, for the hard part. Let's talk about the work. This is all about forging that unbreakable discipline and turning your vision into a reality. This is probably one of the biggest lies we're told. We wait around to feel motivated. But the Stoics knew that's completely backwards. Action creates the feeling. You don't find motivation, you build it. You build it by creating momentum, one small, consistent action after another. You just start pushing the wheel. Let this sink in for a second. The most powerful man in the world at the time, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, had to give himself a pep talk just to get out of bed in the morning. That struggle is universal. He had to remind himself that his #1 job wasn't being emperor, it was just showing up to do the work of being a human. And that's our job too. So how do we win that battle every single morning? Here's the plan. 1, expect resistance. It's normal to want to stay comfortable, so don't be shocked by it. 2, create systems. Build routines and habits that run on autopilot, whether you feel like it or not. And 3, this is the big one, you have to learn to celebrate discomfort. That feeling of strain, that's not a signal to quit. That's the feeling of you getting strong. So let's pull all of this together. The real goal here isn't just about being more productive or checking more things off a to-do list. It's about consciously, intentionally building a life so you don't end up with a pile of regrets. Seriously, the stakes could not be higher. The real choice you have every day isn't between success and failure. It's between action, with all its messiness and risk, and the soul-crushing weight of regret. The regret for the life you could have lived. And if you want to avoid that regret, you have to know your enemies. Mindlessly scrolling and consuming, constantly arguing with your lazy impulses, believing that tomorrow is a magical land where everything gets done, having fuzzy, vague goals, and worst of all, just sinking into comfortable stagnation. You have to recognize these traps to avoid them. A great life isn't something that just happens to you. It's not a lottery ticket. It is built. It's the sum total of thousands of tiny, disciplined choices. It's the daily, gritty, unglamorous work of laying one brick perfectly, then another and another, day after day. So I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful challenge from Epictetus, a man who was born a slave and became one of the most respected philosophers in history. His question cuts right through all the excuses. It's not about what you might do one day, it's about what you demand from yourself right now, today. So really, how long are you going to wait?